Round and triangle series, berries. There's a number of different berries in this garden. Most numerous are the currant bushes, and they're mostly black currants with a few red currants sprinkled in. And they grow well, except they are plagued by a couple of really nasty insects. The first one is the cane borer. Let me see if I can find an example of a cane borer damage. I did cut out all that I could see, so I may not find any right now. The telltale sign of cane borer is a hole. You'll see a hole in the stem, and that's where the borer bores and lays its eggs, and then the larvae will eat their way up inside the cane, eating the cambium and killing that cane. Eventually it'll just break off at that point where it's weakened. So that really, weakens the plant. It doesn't kill it. And then, even worse than the cane borer is the currant fruit fly, which will attack it and lay eggs in every single currant berry. So all of the berries get infested, and then they shrivel up and get really weird and inedible. So there's a lot of flowers on this, so there's a potential for a really nice harvest. And I have had a nice harvest from this when I netted it. So if you can get netting, then put that on after the flowering, after pollination. That's great, because that's, before the cane borers and the currant fruit fly are active. Then you can protect the crop and wait for it to ripen, then just remove that net and harvest and enjoy, because they are really nice fruit, and like I said, they grow well here. The only maintenance you need to do is, every year cut out the oldest canes and leave the younger canes, which are more productive. In this wild patch around the European pear, there's actually a bunch of raspberries if you look closely. So we have these long trailing ones, sort of bluish colored. These are black-cap raspberries, and really tasty and looking like they're doing well. They would do better if they got more water. So during the heat of the summer, if you want to get a nice harvest, come and water them. Otherwise they will survive, and maybe eventually, once there's enough kind of shade and canopy cover from the trees, they'll do better and on their own without watering. So here's another, here's the crown of the black cap. It's a really vigorous plant. And in between and at the ends you have just your regular red raspberries. I can't remember what cultivar these are, but they're tasty. So come by and sample them, snack, and then enjoy. Really not much maintenance here other than cutting back and, post-harvest, cut back the canes, cut out any dead wood. That's about it.